Hello there guys, Feng here, and welcome to Big Pharma. Okie dokie then, so Big Pharma is a pharmaceutical business simulation strategy puzzle game by Twice Circled. I believe there's only one dev, Tim... I apologise, I can't remember your surname. But yeah, I've been really looking forward to this game since last year after I found out about it. And we now have access to the beta. Fantastic. So, of course, because it's beta, you know, this is not a final representation of the final product, so do not treat it as such. And we're going to get straight into the nitty and gritty. So, options menu. There's not really much options at the moment, as you can probably tell. We've got volume sliders and, of course, full screen resolution. There probably might be some more options as, you know, the game goes on, but currently there's not really much options. Now, I must say, the game is fairly well optimized. I managed to run this on my laptop, constantly at 60 frames. I think there might be a slight memory leak issue with the game now. I think after like 3 hours of playing, it started to get down to the 20s, which was a bit weird. But just simply saving, exiting, and then restarting it fixed that. So, you know, fantastic. Alright, let's crack into a new game then. So, currently in the beta, there's actually quite a lot of challenges you can do. We've got a tutorial here. We're not going to play these because we already know what to do with these, so yeah. We've got beginner, intermediate, advanced, quick start, and crippling debt. As you can see, all these come with basically a map size, different number of competitors, and starting cash actually looks the same by the look of it, so yeah, it's fine. Except this one actually starts off with a loan that you must pay off, which is pretty hard. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the first challenge. So the objectives of this, we've got to earn a total revenue of $1 million within 10 years. So let's crack on then, shall we? So for this first episode, we're basically just going to show you the ropes of the game, and we're going to try and complete the objective, obviously. So we're going to name Fengterprises. There we go, why not? There's a few avatars you can use. We're going to go with the old dude because, well, I'm feeling old these days, so let's go with Leonard. Okay, let's just quickly pause. Let's show you the interface. So, here's the production. This is where all of your cures are going to be produced. So, as you can see, we start off with a room. The great thing about this game is that it's randomly generated. Every time you start a new game, it's going to be completely randomly generated. The amount of rooms you have, the layout of the rooms, the layout of these sockets, the ingredients, what's in the ingredients, and also what kind of cures you start off with. So, as you can see, we've got this here. And if we just quickly go to the ingredients, we can see we've got raw cloud fruit amber and frozen veritas distillate. I will be mispronouncing a lot of this stuff because that's me. So, yeah. Don't laugh. Or do. Doesn't really matter to me if you do. So, what we're going to quickly do is I'm actually just going to quickly exit this. I just want to show you the randomness. So, we're going to start a brand new one. Fengterprises. And there we go. And as you can see, it's completely changed. Well, somewhat anyway. We've still got roughly the same kind of layout, but as you can see, it is changed a little bit slightly. And as you can see, our ingredients have changed to a malleable Buren quartz, which actually has different effects now, and the bruised jackia essence, which also has different effects. Alright. So over here, we've got belts. You will be using belts to transfer your ingredients to make cures. We have machines that will increase concentration or decrease concentration. We'll talk about that in a bit. We have our auxiliary stuff, which does different things depending on what you use. Some of these, like the analyzer, for example, will actually eat up the ingredients to try and find out where the strength of that particular cure is, which is pretty cool. Then we got makers. You need to actually make these ingredients into finished products so that the population can consume them. As you can see, we start off with a pill printer. You can paint. You can actually paint different belts, so you can color code your different belts, which is really, really cool. You can also obviously decorate the floor as well, so that's cool as well. And then we've of course got a delete button, which technically we don't really need because you can just right click stuff anyway, but yeah, it's nice that it's there. Alright, so we're going to go to our ingredients tab. So as you can see, here is we've got 2 ingredients to start off with. Yep, and each ingredient will have different effects. So as you can see here, this particular one has 2 effects. It's got induces nausea and antihistamine. I did pronounce that right, didn't I? I think I did. Yeah. So as you can see, there's a cost involved. So every time we use this ingredient, it's going to cost $31. Now, because there's actually competition in the game, and because there is an influction of prices, this can go up and down depending on various things. So that's pretty cool. Now, as you can see, the current concentration level of this particular ingredient is at 9. So what we want to do is, with this particular ingredient, is we want to try and make the antihistamine active, and if we can, try and make this deactivated. Now, as you can see, this particular ingredient is active during 6 and 14. And so obviously currently it is active, but if we get it down to 5, where obviously because the antihistamine can activate between 2 and 8, it does mean that we can get rid of that side effect altogether and then have that one instead. Now, unfortunately, that's going to be very expensive for us at the moment because we only have access to 1 machine that increases or decreases concentration by 1. So yeah, that's really unfortunate. Not going to be able to really use that just yet. However, with the bruised Jackie essence, as you can see, to get this particular effect, we only need to move the concentration down to 1, and then we'll get the effect, and we won't even get this side effect here. So that's fantastic. Now you might notice that there's actually a few tooltips here. So good effects can actually be upgraded depending if you meet the requirements. So as you can see, the pre-requirements for to upgrade to alleviate stomach ulcers, you need to get the concentration to between 16 and 18 and then stick it through an evaporator. Now you can do kind of the same with negative effects, the red stuff. Some of them can't be removed, as you can see. These ones unfortunately can't be removed, but some ingredients you can actually remove them by doing the pre-requirements and upgrading it with something, or getting rid of it with something. So that's pretty cool. So I think what we'll do is we'll start off with the bruised Jackie essence. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it in this particular socket here. So sockets are multifunctional. You can import ingredients and you can also export cures using them. So obviously these are really important. We looked at it really because we've got 1 room that actually has 4 sockets, which means we can have 2 that are bringing ingredients in and 2 that are exporting cures. So for this particular one, we need to make sure that we... Oh, I've got to click. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to click sometimes. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but as you can see, it doesn't always click properly. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it don't. Hang on, let's just go back. There we go. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and stick this through... is it evaporator we need? I'm being dumb now. No, we actually need to dissolve. We need to decrease the concentration by 1. So each machine has an input and output. Some machines actually have multiple inputs, so bear that in mind. So you can rotate, but you can't change which direction the input or output's going. So obviously you need to try and fit it in. This is part of where the puzzle element comes into play. So we need to stick a belt through there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to play this at normal for the time being, and we'll see what happens. So each day, it will actually process the ingredients like 1 turn basically. So as you can see, we've now got the calms acid reflux active, and obviously that is not active at all. So now this is actually a really, really good cure at the moment. It's not the best. It could be, possibly. There is a bit of a chance effect with this. So each individual thing will actually have a double strength concentration mark, but like the max strength, but we don't know what it is yet. We need to put it through an analyzer to test it. Unfortunately, we don't have access to it yet. We need research, which I'll go through in a bit. So the next thing we need to do is we need to build 2 pill printers. The reason why we're building 2, I'll tell you very shortly. So as you can see, if we look at this particular machine here, it's got a process cost. So each time it goes through, ingredient goes through this machine, that's how much it costs to do it, right? So that's going to cost $10. Now you can actually knock this down via research, so we'll get into that a bit later. There's also a process time, so as you can see, this process time here for the dissolver is 1. So it's just basically 1 day to actually do that. Now unfortunately with the pill printers, it's actually 2. So it's going to cost 2, it's going to take 2 days to make a pill. So making 2 pill printers on the same line is going to help the efficiency of it. So there we go, we'll do that, and then we'll combine, that, and there we go. So this is now going to transform into a pill. Now the pill is going to increase the combine value by $20. It does cost itself $20 to actually do this. But as you can see, we've now got pills. Yay! And if we click on the belt, we can see that the current profit for this is going to be $62. Now, obviously, it's costing us $70 at the moment, but as you'll soon see, we'll soon get that back. So what we do now is once it gets to a socket, you can then name it. There is obviously random names already assigned to them. Some are actually pretty good. I mean, this one's alright. Fengterprises asset catcher, that's fine. So we're gonna go with that, and there we go. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you some of the other elements. So let's talk about explorers. So explorers do cost quite a bit to hire, as you can see. To hire one, you need $5,000, and they also have an upkeep. So for one explorer, it's going to cost $50 a day. So we're going to hire one. So what you can do with explorers is you can take them out on expeditions to try and search for new ingredients. So for example, we can find the vine borer in this forest. Now we only need 1 explorer. Now if we hover over this, we can actually see what we might find. So in this report suggests that we may find ingredients with applications within skin medication. So that's cool. So we're going to click on that. Now it's going to take some time for the explorers to actually explore the place to find it. So we need to give it some time. Now let's go on to research. So research kind of works the same way. We've got a research tree here, as you can see. We've already got access to some things, so obviously we've got access to dissolver, evaporator and pill printer. Now scientists are 3,000 and they're $30 a day, so they're a bit cheaper than explorers, but they are still pretty damn useful. You need scientists to actually research new machines, new technology, and also efficiency. Efficiency especially is pretty important, especially with some of these challenges. If you haven't got the right efficiency, then you're going to be screwed later on down the line. So for the time being, I need to actually figure out which one we need more of at the moment. So do we need the ionizer or the agglometer? Let me have a quick look. So if we look at our ingredients very quickly, so that one needs a dissolver to upgrade, and that one needs an evaporator to upgrade. So these aren't. I don't actually need too much. However, both need to go down. I need to take down the concentration quite a lot. So I think we're going to focus first on the ionizer. So these particular machines actually increase and decrease the concentration by 3, which is obviously a lot better than just doing it by 1. So instead of using 3 dissolvers to take the concentration down to 3, you only need to use 1 ionizer. So that's pretty cool. So obviously that's going to be a lot more efficient. It's also going to be generally a lot cheaper as well. We haven't got no upgrade points yet, but I'll talk about that a bit later. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just play it for a little bit longer. What I'm going to do is we're going to import this particular one, like so. I'm not going to do anything with it yet. We're going to just wait until we get the ionizer, and then what I'm going to be doing is... So, I suppose it's time to show the company tab. So, there is competitors in the game, and they will obviously make their own products as well. Now, it does have an effect on the market. So I mean, currently Excalibur Pharmaceuticals is not making the same kind of drugs as us, which is fine for the time being. However, as you can see, this one actually has a side effect attached to it. So you've got to be careful of that, because if drugs have side effects, then it will actually bring your cure rating down. Now, cure rating is pretty important. As you can see, we've actually got a C+ at the moment. All drugs will start at like C, and then obviously as they're being used and tested, obviously to the masses, then if they're good, then the drug value of it will actually increase. So as you can see, we've got a 5% increase with our drug at the moment, which is fantastic, although we are actually still making a bit of a loss. The reason why we're making a loss is because I hired the explorer and the researchers, which we do need, so yeah. But as time goes on, as you can see, out of the 28 that's been administered so far, only 19 has been neutralized, so we haven't quite found the max strength of it yet, but we're close because it's over 50% of people getting neutralized. So that's good. That's good. And this will probably go to possibly B if we're lucky. It might not. But if you have side effects, negative effects, then it will actually bring your drug down. As you can see by Excalibur Pharmaceuticals here, this particular one, it's actually D. We can't evolve it to check, obviously, because it's, you know, because it's the opposition, but that's probably because it induces nausea, so let's be careful about that. I mean, side effects also have a strength as well, so a max strength. So if you hit the max strength on the side effect, it's going to really negatively affect your Q rating, and that will influence your how much profit you get. So bear that in mind. Really cool. Okay, so now we got that. We're just basically waiting for our ionizer. So I'm going to go ahead and put this at double time. So there's actually 3 speeds. You can pause it. You can do whatever you want while it's paused, which is fantastic. Not very many strategy games actually have that as an option, and it's really nice just to pause, have a look, see what you need to do. You can even build while it's paused, which is really nice, especially considering if you're trying to get for the master ranks, because you will probably need to pause a lot just to, you know, change everything around, which is really cool. But there's also a normal speed, and then there's double speed. Now what I've noticed that the double speed, I'm usually playing in double speed and then pausing to do stuff or to look at stuff, which is, you know, pretty cool. But what I noticed on some of the later challenges, where you actually possibly wait in months, and I do mean quite a lot of months, and there was one time where I was waiting for a bit of research to be done, and it took 8 months. Double speed was a bit slow, I must admit, so I'm kind of hoping, fingers crossed, that Tim might make another speed, maybe not necessarily quadruple, maybe triple speed or quadruple speed or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. But for the time being, I think we're good. So we nearly got the ionizer. We've also got our ingredient now, which is fantastic. So we discovered an ingredient. It's not a great ingredient, to be quite honest, at the moment, because as you can see, Suzerash actually covers both cause fatigue and cause constipation, so these will be active unless it's on that one there, but then the causes fatigue will be there. But as you can see, these can be removed. Unfortunately, the cost of removing this might not be worth it. As you can see, we need to get this down to 0.5 and then use an agglometer, but that's going to be a bit difficult because that's not going to give us a lot of money to begin with. Now you might notice this particular effect actually needs a catalyst. We'll probably talk about that in a later objective, or later challenge. I haven't showed you the cues yet, have I? So this is actually a really cool screen. So this shows you what ingredients you currently have. So we currently have the calms acid reflux, the antihistamine, and the soothes rash. But it also shows you what the upgrades are. So as you can see, to upgrade our antihistamine, for example, we need a 46 concentration dissolver, and it will basically evolve into alleviates insomnia. Now the percentage here, that shows you how much the demand is. So as you can see, there's a massive demand for antihistamine, which is the reason why we're actually making quite a bit of money from this. So that's pretty cool. I think it is the antihistamine. No, I'm not making antihistamine. Well, we should make it because there's a massive search for that. I think this is the antihistamine, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So, but now we've got the ionizer, we can go ahead and bring this down and get rid of the induces nausea. So, what we're going to do first, that was going to make sure that we've got a scientist working on the agglometer. Okie dokie. Now, our other explorer at the moment will not be doing anything because to get to the next ingredient we need 2 explorers for this. But we can't really afford to hire another explorer yet, so this one's going to be idle for a bit. But as you're idle, you get upgrade points. Now, idle explorers will get ingredient upgrade points, whereas the scientists will actually get the upgrade points for the research. Now, for the ingredient points, the great thing about the ingredient ones is that it will actually give a discount for the actual raw material. And that's pretty good, and you can upgrade it 5 times. Obviously, every upgrade you buy, it'll increase the amount of upgrade points that you need. So, if I was to buy this one, the next upgrade would be 2, then the next upgrade would be 4, then the next upgrade would be 8, etc, etc. Same with the research at the moment, but for the research, the process costs for most machines will actually go down. But for some of them, like the creamer, for example, the creamer actually reduces side effects of a drug. And it also has a low process time. It will actually decrease the side effects if it has any in the actual drugs. But upgrading that will actually increase the effectiveness of... it will actually reduce the strength for those side effects even, I should say. Right, and so let's try and do this one. And so we need an ionizer. We might... Actually, yeah, we're going to need an ionizer and something else. So let's stick an ionizer there. Let's grab a belt. Stick that. I might as well put this at double speed again. There we go. So, we're going to need one more. We're going to need a dissolver just to knock it down by 1. This is going to be a bit awkward to place, so if I stick it there we go. And that's fantastic. So that will now get rid of the induces nausea. Oh, shit. I've accidentally... Now, this is one of the things with the game. I've accidentally upgraded it to alleviate insomnia. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm going to need a few agglomerators to actually get past the induces nausea. So that's a little unfortunate. I didn't even see that. That was really silly of me. I should have noticed that. But if the upgrade wasn't that, then it would have actually gone down to that. But unfortunately, that is the case. So maybe instead of that, we could instead... get another ionizer, because it will still go down by 3. It's going to be a bit expensive, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stick that there. I'm going to reuse this if I can, and we'll use another ionizer instead. I want to just sell some antihistamines for the time being, just to get our money up. So what we're going to need now is we're going to need makers, we're going to need the pill printers, and we're going to make 2 again. So 1, 2. There we go. There we go. Fantastic. And we'll put that in double speed. There's actually, I don't think there's any hotkeys for the speeds either. I'm kind of hoping that might get put in soon as well. We'll see. Okay, so there we go. It's now done. We can now go ahead and name it Runny Nose Catcher. Yes. Perfect. So we should now see an increase in our profits. There we go. Now, I'm hoping that with it... a very good concentration. It looks like we have. We're very close to the strength, the max strength, because we are. Yeah, it's roughly. Yeah, it's C+ already, so we're pretty close to the max strength, which is fantastic. That's good. That's going to start selling. Obviously, it's going to be a little less profit because we are using 2 ionizers, and the ionizers do cost a lot to start off with. I think what I'm going to do now, though, since we've got the money, is I'm going to hire another scientist. I'm going to leave this one a bit idle for a little bit, just to get an upgrade point. If I can upgrade the ionizer, it's going to reduce the process cost by quite a bit, 3. So each machine will actually decrease the process cost by 3. So yeah, I'm really hoping we get that. Now we still need, we're actually a little bit behind on the revenue, probably because I've been talking and stuff. So we're going to need to start thinking about maybe getting some other stuff. So if we go ahead and buy that. As you can see, it was only 2,000 for that. But as you keep buying space, the price does get higher. There is actually a bit of research at the bottom here that will actually decrease the cost of that. That's pretty cool. But that's quite far, and we really want to get some of these higher end machines. Especially the analyzer. I want to try and get that as soon as possible. I want to try and make max strength stuff. So now we've got that. I'm going to leave this running for a bit. We've finally got our first upgrade point. So let's go ahead and upgrade our antihistamine. I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the upgrade for that next. Once we've got our agglometer. which we have basically now. Fantastic. I'm just going to wait until we get one upgrade point, and then we'll assign a basic auxiliary. There we go. So we're going to upgrade this. There we go. It's going to decrease the costs, and we're going to stick basic auxiliary. Okay. So now we've got that, we can go ahead and start the next one. So, boo, stomach pain zapper. Let's have a look. Now, yeah, that's got calms acid reflux as well. That's in direct competition with us at the moment. Obviously, we can't see what the effect is. That's gone to an E. Jesus Christ. The Q ratings go from S plus to F. Obviously, F being shit, and S plus being, you know, the dog's bollocks. So, yeah. As you can see, but that's a B plus. That's fantastic. For a level 1 cure, that's fantastic. And that's getting there as well, although it seems to be on borderline BC, so yeah, but that's fantastic. So let's go ahead and get to it. So we're gonna now need yeah, we need that one. So what did we do with this one? We actually ran it through an ionizer first, didn't we? So let's go to an ionizer, let's run it through there. Alright, so we'll get there. That knocks it down to that. Then we need to run it through the dissolver to upgrade it. There we go. Oh, actually, let me plonk that there. Save space. Oh shit, I can't plonk it there. Oh, Feng, you dumbass. What was you thinking? I can stick it there. Trying to save space and try and be optimal. It's something I'm not very good at. Right, alleviate insomnia. There we go. So we're going to need 1, 2... Oh, we need 3 agglometers. That's going to be expensive. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to invest in a agglometer upgrade as well. This is going to be very expensive. It might be worth it though, because there is a high demand for this particular second class cure. So, second level cure. So, let's see how it goes. Okay, so we've got that. Need another agglometer. I'll stick that one. Now you can actually stick machines against machine and it will still work. I don't know if that's a bug or not. The news for recent demand for acne medicine plummeting. So yeah, you do get these random events as well that will increase or decrease, you know, the price of certain things. Hey, we've done basic auxiliary, fantastic. Let's go ahead and get the analyzer. Have we got any more upgrade points? Yes, we have, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that one. I'll save up for the next one and we'll reduce the cost even more. So that's now at that, so we need another agglometer. Really what I would want to use at this point is not an agglometer, but a... I keep forgetting the name of it. The autoclave, that actually double... No, not the autoclave, sorry, that's annoying. Yeah, it's the cryogenic condenser. You know, you got all these here that decreases the concentration, and then you got one that doubles concentration rather than halves it. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'd rather use anyway, but at the moment we haven't got access to it, and it's going to take a while for us to get access to it, so I'm just going to do that. And just to make things a little bit on the cheap side, we're going to go ahead and make an evaporator, which I'm going to stick there. And then we need 2 pill printers. So I'm going to stick one there and there. So there we go. And of course all these have a process time of 1 except for the pill printers, which have a process time of 2. So we've made basically the line fairly efficient as far as I'm concerned. Well, for the time being anyway, but it is costing us quite a bit in process costs. Let's just pray that we've got a decent strength on this. Okay, so now we've got snooze more. Alleviate insomnia. Is that the one that's the one I'm using, you bastard. We've made that basically at the same time. And isn't selling more, but isn't got induces nausea. Wow, E minus, that's terrible. At least, yeah, his acid reflux is a B. It's actually, no, mine's an A at the moment. Wow, that drug value is fantastic. And this one will probably get better as well over time. Alright, so I'm actually still making quite decent profit off it, even though it's level 2 Q out. I should be making a tad bit more than that. That's fine, I'm okay with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hire a second explorer, and then we'll search this forest. I'm also going to go ahead and upgrade this one, since we're using 2 lots of belts on that one. And we've also got research can be for the analyzer. Fantastic, and we've got field grade points. I'll stick one on the agglometer. I'm also going to stick one on the analyzer. We've also got another one. I might as well stick it on. I'm sticking on the pill print, since we're using pill printers more than anything else. We don't need the multi-mix with the shaker. We're not going to be going down that line per se. We need 3 for advanced processing, so let's go for that. There we go. And then what I might do eventually is I might actually sell these, well, not necessarily, but remove these agglometers and then stick the autoclave down instead. People are starting to get fed up with Jacob Beaver and his beauty tips. Demand for acne medicine is increasing. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and buy this section. Oh shit, we're nearly out of money. Okay, that makes sense. It's probably, don't forget the explorers and stuff do cost a lot of money, so let's check our revenue. Okay, it's actually matched the time at the moment, but we still need to make it. We still need to get higher revenue. There we go, we got that. Now we could go alone at this point, but I'm not going to bother since we're already in the profit, and I'm not going to concentrate on making anything else at the moment. We're doing fine revenue wise. Yeah, we're doing fine. So we've got an A there, we've got a B and a C+. I just want to make sure that I've got enough for my analyzer. And I'll show you this works. This is fantastic. Really is. Okay, we've got enough for it. So I'm going to go ahead and buy it. There we go. Now I'm going to wait for my money to crop up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically destroy one of these... yeah, we're going to destroy one of these lines at the moment. We're going to basically use the ingredient and try and find the max strength of stuff. We all like to do that, don't we? We all like to find the max effect of stuff. So, let's go for it. Alright. So I'm going to pause that. There we go. And then we're going to make a belt that goes from there to there. So how this works, the analyzer, is it takes the ingredient and it eats it. Yeah. Now it does cost a bit to actually do this, so you have to bear that in mind. You got to make sure you're making enough money to do this. Actually, we might need to take a loan out. Oops. Actually, we still got a spare no, we haven't got a spare researcher. Fuck. It does take a bit of time, as you can see. The testing's done at 100%, but you still need to wait for a little bit. But once it's done, it will show you the exact location of where the max strength of both the negatives and the positives. So here we are, there's our first one, it's the negative. So that's where the max strength is. So if our concentration was there, that negative effect would be very prominent. So yeah, you got to be careful with that. I'm hoping that the antihistamine is actually spot on, but we need to wait a bit longer. I'm hoping we get it soon because we are losing money. I might need to take a loan out. Fuck. Alright, let's just pause it very quickly. Hope we get away with this. Okay, so we're actually just one down. We're one away, aren't we? I'm actually very tempted to... Is that the one that increases, that decreases? Hang on, it is the decrease on it, isn't it? Okay, so this is actually not going to cost much more money. It's just going to cost me in belts. So if I go ahead and plonk this... Oh, there's actually no space. There's not too much space for this, is there? Might have to do a bit of moving. So if I was to move this over here, get rid of that belt, and that belt. This is definitely worthwhile doing because it's going to... Fuck. Let's take a loan out. Get the cheapest one. We don't really need... Yeah, let's get that one. McClones! So what we're going to do is we're going to stick that one there. There we go. Fantastic. This is definitely worthwhile doing because... what the fuck? There we go. Definitely worthwhile doing because it's going to increase the potential of it, and it's also going to increase profit over time, which is fantastic. So here we go. That is probably the best we can do. Yeah, that's the best we can do. It's gonna cost a little bit more, obviously, because there's that little bit of extra process cost, but it will be worth it in the long run. Trust me. Runny nose no more. Fantastic. I'll grab that. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and cross off that one. We no longer have that one in stock. We're no longer producing that one. So there we go. Our explorers are done. We found a new ingredient. Let's just pause and have a look at that new ingredient. So this is Sue's cough. We can actually get it up to there. It's going to cost a lot though. I mean, it's going to need one. Oh my god, it's going to need 2 agglomerators and then some. That might not be worth investing in. The upgrade might be though. I mean, it needs. Oh yeah, 8 to 11. So it needs 1 agglomerator and then another agglomerator to upgrade it. That may be worth checking out to see what we can do with that. It's also got one of the catalysts there, but we're not going to be worried about that too much at the moment. Let's have a look. So that's the it is Sue's rash, isn't it? So we've got prevents acne, which is actually on the increase at the moment, isn't it? That might be actually worth doing, you know. Oh, hang on, it's the Sue's rash one, isn't it? That increased prevents acne. That one needs a catalyst, which I have got, but we haven't got the mixer yet. I'm not going to concentrate on that then. I'm just going to go ahead and do this one. Alright. But I do want to try and analyse some of these other ingredients of them. But I think for the moment we're fine. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to import this one in like so. Let me click on it. Bastard. Agglomerator, so we need 2 agglomerators. So we're going to get 1 there and 1 there. There we go. I might as well play this as normal. There we go. Right. Let's see where this goes then. So we now got Easy's asthma now. Unfortunately, as you can see, that is fucking terrible. Oh dear. That wouldn't be worth trying to get rid of, I don't think. Now, it's at this point where I'm actually thinking the creamer would be useful rather than these. I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the creamer. So that's what we're going to do now. You got Excalibur Rush. Okay. Rush Punisher. Wow. Rash Punisher even. Wow, that's terrible, isn't it? That's an A for an acid reflux. He's doing really well with that. I mean, mine's pretty much matching that. My ancestamine is doing really well at the moment. It's got a Q rating of B with just 47 administered, which is fantastic. That's a C+. We really want to try and find the thingy for that. The alleviates insomnia. So I think we're going to do that next. So where is this? The alleviates insomnia? Yes, it is. So I'm going to stick my tester here. We're going to knock that belt off and knock that belt off and stick that belt going that way. So yeah, this is going to cost a little bit of money to start off with, but it'll be worth it if we can find the max strength. Right, we also need to invest in a few upgrades, so let's go ahead and upgrade, well, you for start off with, and you. There we go. I'm definitely going to bother any more ingredients. We've got enough ingredients to work with, so I'll keep with that. Our revenue is a bit low, but we've still got plenty of time left, so that's fine. Okie dokie. Let's just put. Oh, we've already found the induces nausea. That's because it was already on another ingredient. That's why. So we just need to find the alleviates insomnia. I'm hoping it's not there, because if it is, we're gonna have problems. I'm hoping it's actually this end one. That's what I'm praying for. I'm hoping it is anyway. Okay, we found it. It's there. Bollocks! It's right there. Now, the creamer would be a good thing here, actually. I'm extremely tempted to get that and use a creamer. But we have got to get the creamer first. So, I think what I'm going to do for the time being is I'm going to leave this as it is. Then we can always come back and finish that one off. so that's not a big deal. Now this one, the acid reflux. We could definitely do a test on this one. Acid reflux, actually, because it's a level 1, I could have just done this anyway. I'll just put it through here instead. So where's the acid reflux? There we go. That would have been so much better and easier. And then we've got a no stomper. Bloody hell. Alright. That one's still not. Yeah, it's the alleviate summoner, isn't it? That's B+. That's probably going to get even higher as time goes on. So it's only netting us 32 profit though, so it's not exactly profitable at the moment. Right, we're going to grab the creamer. We've got 3 upgrade points, so let's invest. I'm not going to invest in the analyzer anymore. I'm going to go ahead and invest in the agglomerate, since that's what we've got most of at the moment. And then I'll invest in the ionizer, I think. Okay, so we now have found the blood pressure, which is fantastic. And now we just need to focus on the acid reflux and see what we get from that. There's our ingredient. Oh, okay, we've got a few more. We're going to get 4 in a bit. So I'm going to upgrade this one, since that's the ingredient we're using the most, and that's going to obviously increase our profits. Well, we're not exactly making profits, but you know what I mean. Alright, so we can stop that. We can stop that. There we go. Alright. So let's have a look at the thingy for that. Alright, so I'm actually 1 off. So what did I do with that? Did I just take it in? So is that at its max? It's already at its max. So that's pretty good. Acid reflux. That's probably why it's an A. Makes sense. Now we could probably do the soup's cough one, but I think that's pointless. If it's going to upgrade into ease asthma, I suppose what I could do at this point now is run a test through it and just see how it goes. That might be better. There we go. Demand for asthma medication set to increase. Oh god, that is actually really tempting just to wing that one. I mean, there's nothing wrong with winging it. I'd just prefer to do it, you know, try and get it to at least be at the most potential. I just wished I can get this bloody. Yes, I've got it. I've got the creamer. Yes, I'm gonna automatically put 2 upgrades into it, but 1 upgrade into it anyway. I'll also upgrade the dissolver for now. Okay, so we found 1. We found 2. Fantastic. Which need to know where the easy asthma concentration is. Come on, come on, come on. Give it to me. Once we're using the creamer for this, and once we're using the creamer for that, and turn it into the max strength, then I think we'll be good. Okay, all done. So let's just move that. There we go, and we move that. Okay, so good news. There's no bad. Well, there is that dry's mouth, but that's fine. I'm not really too bothered about that. All right. So what do we need? We need 1, 2, and a 1. Okay, so we need the ionizer, which I'm going to go ahead and stick here for now. Obviously, I'm going to have to move that a little bit. So we'll stick that there. And we're going to need 1 dissolver, which I'm going to stick there for now. I think there's going to be enough space for that. Actually, you know what I'm going to do instead? Move that there. Just make it a little bit more room. There we go. So I'm hoping that goes. Yeah, it's going to go down to easy asthma. Now, obviously, all 3 effects are going to be active. So we definitely need this cream maker. Otherwise, it's not going to make much money. But hopefully, because it is at the max concentration, it's going to go a lot better. So actually, I might want to move that way. There we go. Now the creamer only needs 1 time. Oh bollocks! There we go. It only takes 1 process time, so we don't need to make a double of them like we do with the pill printers. And I think what I'm going to do even more, I think I'm going to try and invest in this a bit more. There we go. New product. Fengterprises chestmate. Oh dear. Okay. Okie dokie. So I think the next thing I want to do is do what I was going to say and change these around. So if I go ahead and move these pill prints out of the way, we can demolish those. So we have, oh, I need to keep that running for a bit. There we go. So we need to bring it down by 2. So we're going to need 2 dissolvers. I do have a spare dissolver. I think I'm already using it though, by the look of it. Oh, we might not have too much space for this. Oh, actually. Oh, bollocks. I was hoping I could connect those 2 there like that. Actually, that's going to be enough space. I think that should be enough space. So if I was to do that... Okay, for some reason I missed that one. So if I was to do that and stick that in there, like so, this should knock that to there. And then obviously we're going to go ahead and stick it through the creamer, which I can't do it like that unfortunately, so I need the room as well, so we're going to have to do it like this. There we go. And there we go. That should be really, really good now, especially the creamer. All right, let's have a look at this. So yeah, we've got a C+. As you can see, we've got a C+ for our Smurtak stopped. It's stopped. Basically, this drug is like 90 some percent effective, but there is obviously some side effects. You're still going to get side effects anyway, even with the creamer. Just trying to knock those down is just going to be a bit more beneficial. So if I can upgrade the cream even more, that's going to have less strength on the negative effects. Helps you snore. Fantastic. And that should give us more revenue over time, hopefully. So we're just have a look. Let's have a look at my loan. I need 53,000 for that. I don't know how long this video is. Jesus Christ. I think I've already been recording for like half an hour. I think I'm going to stick a pause in cut in here so that it's not too long to upload to YouTube. So I'll see you next episode.